More frustrations at Midway Airport today.
Her flight has been delayed 3 or 4 times.
Spent like days on the phone trying to get rebooked.
Flight got canceled last night and trying to find alternatives here.
Southwest Airlines continues to cancel flights and baggage is piling up at airports across the U.S. The airline is struggling to recover from last week's winter storm. Lawmakers are slamming Southwest, and the airline CEO is out with a new video addressing that chaos. We have team coverage tonight.
We're going to start with Dana Rebick live at Midway, talking with exhausted travelers. Dana, who just want to get back home.
They do. Some of them at this point tell me that they have just eaten the cost of these tickets and have booked Greyhound bus passes to try to get back to where they started. There were 250 Southwest or flight cancellations today, and of those, only one was not a Southwest flight. It seems that many of these cancellations were made very early in the day today, so a lot of people just did not show up here, but many others have been struggling with trying to locate their lost luggage.
I just showed up today and now I'm looking around. I haven't really been told much, but that my bag is here somewhere.
It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Hundreds of suitcases piled up in the Southwest Airlines baggage claim area at Midway.
It's like a maroon hard shell, and I made like a sticker that's got my face on it and like, you know, other stickers that I've designed and stuff. So it should be easy once I see the color and stuff, but I haven't gotten there yet.
Travelers have to wait in a line and then one by one walk their way through this maze. Bags are organized into sections, placards labeled by city. Those who find their bag have to show their claim ticket or ID to take it. Brian Anderson was one of the lucky ones.
Hey, I found it.
That's why I'm checking now with baggage claims to see if my bags are in Kansas City. I was told that our bags should be in Kansas City by now.
Sandra Days got stuck here in Chicago after a layover at Midway from Charleston, South Carolina on Friday.
I've come every day to see if I can get out, every single day. And today I've been here twice.
Some travelers missing Christmas with their families.
It was hard. It was very depressing, but I'm still trying to stay positive and maybe I could be there for New Year's.
You know, flight got canceled last night and trying to find alternatives here, so we're waiting in line and see what happens.
Southwest Airlines blaming the backlog on the winter storm that first hit Denver and then Chicago, 2 of the airline's biggest hubs. Critics say Southwest's overly aggressive holiday schedule and underinvesting in its outdated IT and technology operations is also to blame, with shorter flights and tighter turnaround times than other carriers.
She flew Southwest in June and had a similar issue, and I don't think it was weather related. Yeah, I probably definitely will be trying different airlines.
Midway Airport tweeting tonight that Southwest is covering the cost of vouchers for rental cars, hotels, and food for passengers, and that personnel from O'Hare are being dispatched here to help with customer service and all of the rebooking that is needed. Now, as far as luggage goes, still hundreds of bags downstairs. A police source tells us that Chicago police have been asked to be stationed here to prevent luggage thefts. We did check in with CPD tonight, and they tell us so far there are 2 confirmed reports of bags stolen here. Live at Midway, Dana Rebick, WGN News.
They are in what I can only describe as a catastrophic situation. Somewhere from 60 to 70% of their flights are canceled. We're seeing unacceptable conditions, both in terms of the disruptions themselves and in terms of how hard it is to get anybody on the phone to help you deal with them.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg delivering that scathing criticism of Southwest after the chaotic holiday weekend.
Tonight, Southwest's CEO is responding to the problem. WGN's Jenna Barnes is live in the West Loop with that part of the story. Jenna?
Jackie and Ray, the CEO is apologizing tonight after Southwest canceled 2,600 more flights across the country today. Now the U.S. Department of Transportation is promising to hold the airline accountable.
And please also hear that I'm truly sorry.
Southwest Airlines CEO apologizing for the nationwide travel debacle that's left thousands of his customers stranded.
We have some real work to do in making this right. for now, I want you to know that we're committed to that.
The Department of Transportation says as of Tuesday, average cancellation rates industry-wide were just 5%. Southwest cancellations sit at 60 to 70%, showing its problems run far deeper than the long-gone winter storm.
But what we're seeing right now can only be described as a meltdown. So we're going to be watching closely to see that they follow through, and again, to make sure that accountability is there, because this is a situation that never should have happened in the first place.
The airline said the storm put many pilots and flight attendants out of position, an issue exacerbated by the airline's internal system that requires them to call in their locations.
We've had flight attendants sending us their hold times, and we've had anywhere from 3 to 17 hours. And so when you can't get in touch with crew scheduling, you cannot make your reassignments. You can't tell them that you're going to go illegal. So we need to modernize that system.
But clearly we need to double down on our already existing plans to upgrade systems for these extreme circumstances so that we never again face what's happening right now.
But that admission does little to help the passengers already impacted. Because these cancellations fall under the responsibility of the airline, the Department of Transportation says it can enforce Southwest's customer service commitments.
Not just making sure that anybody whose flight is canceled can get a prompt cash refund, but also making sure that your meals, your hotels, your ground transportation are covered.
Governor J.B. Pritzker calling on the airline to go even further, saying in a statement, all travelers must be compensated for invaluable loss of time this holiday season, on top of compensation for rescheduled flights, hotels, and alternative transportation. Now playing catch-up, Southwest has already canceled 2,500 flights Wednesday and 1,500 more Thursday, flying about a third of its schedule as it tries to get its crews back into position, hoping to be back on track before the end of the week.
So if you're sitting on a Southwest flight with a Southwest ticket and you're not going anywhere, keep your receipts, get a paper trail, record the name and title of anybody you talk to at Southwest Airlines, because that will come in handy later in getting you some compensation down the road.
Southwest CEO saying in that video tonight the company will go above and beyond to take care of impacted passengers. If that does not happen, passengers can file a consumer complaint at transportation.gov. We're live in the West Loop tonight. Jenna Barnes, WGN News.